What if I told you there is an island in South America with more than 40 beaches, one of the highest quality of life indexes in Brazil, and a real estate market that has been growing faster than inflation for years? And the best part, foreigners can buy property here with the same rights as a local. Welcome to Florianópolis, and in the next few minutes I will show you why smart investors all around the world are moving their money here. Let me explain this briefly.
Floripa, as locals call it, is in the south of Brazil. It's a capital of Santa Catarina, with around 550,000 people in the city and almost 1 million in the metropolitan area. But what really makes it different is the quality of life. This is one of the safest cities in Brazil, in a state that consistently ranks at the top for public safety. It has a Human Development Index of 0.847. making it one of the highest not only in Brazil but also globally. You've got clean beaches, Atlantic rainforests, a strong restaurant scene, world-class surfing, and modern international airport with more direct connection every year. Florianópolis has been named one of the most dynamic cities in the world by Newsweek. The BBC has called it the Silicon Valley of South America, and more recently it was officially recognized as Brazil's national startup capital. But here's the difference maker. Most foreign investors still don't know about it, and that opportunity window won't stay open forever.
Now, let me show you the most important reason why the property prices are going up. And it starts with something very simple. Florianópolis is an island. Most of it is protected by nature, so you cannot build everywhere. The land available is limited and getting smaller. On top of that, more and more people are moving here every year, especially high-income professionals, remote workers, digital nomads, all looking for a better quality of life. So, what do we have? More demand and limited supply. You don't need to be an expert to understand what happens next.
Property prices in Florianópolis has increased about 10% in the last year, one of the highest rates among major Brazilian cities, well above inflation. And in premium areas like Jurerê International, total appreciation since 2019 has reached between 80 and 120%.
Now, let's talk numbers, because at the end of the day, this is an investment.
Rental returns average between 4 and 6% per year for long-term rentals. But with short-term rentals, platforms like Airbnb, where Florianópolis is one of the top markets in Brazil, returns can be even more attractive. Average occupancy stays between 50 and 57%, and in peak months like January, it goes about 80%. Tourism is also growing fast. In the first 10 months of 2025, Santa Catarina received over 617,000 international tourists, a 60% increase compared to the previous year. Brazil as a whole reached a record of 9.2 million foreign visitors. Demand for quality accommodation is rising quickly.
Here is a key advantage for the foreign buyers specifically. Interest rates in Brazil are elevated right now. This makes it hard for the local buyers to finance properties. But if you are a foreign investor buying with cash or capital from overseas, you are in a privileged position.
There is another important factor, the exchange rate. The Brazilian real has weakened significantly against the US dollar and the euro over the past decade. This means that real estate in Florianópolis, priced in reais, is relatively affordable for international buyers. You are getting a top coastal city in a country with strong property rights for a fraction of the price compared to Portugal, Spain or Florida.
Beyond the beaches and lifestyle, there is a serious economic engine powering this city, one that most of the people don't know about.
Florianópolis is home to more than 1,400 technologies companies, startups and scale-ups in sectors like fintech, health tech and clean tech. The local tech sector alone generates over $1.6 billion per year. The city has the highest number of startups per capita in Brazil, about 7.4 tech companies per 1,000 people. This is not an emerging market, this is a major innovation ecosystem, and this matters for real estate, because it creates a strong and stable base of renters, engineers, founders, product managers, digital nomads, people who live here long term and pay premium rents.
Now, you may be thinking, can foreigners really own property here? Yes, and the process is more straightforward than you would expect.
Foreign buyers in Brazil have the same property rights as the locals. There are no restrictions on residential property ownership. You are fully own the property. The process is simple. First, you get a CPF, Brazil's tax ID number. Second, you open a local bank account or work with a legal representative. Then you choose the property, check everything, sign the contract and register it at the notary office. That's it. There is also an important bonus. Brazil offers a golden visa program. If you invest at least 1 million reais, around $200,000 in urban real estate, you become eligible for permanent residency. This gives you the right to live, work and do business in Brazil, with a path to the citizenship after 8 years. It's one of the most accessible residency by investment programs in South America. If you are serious about investing in Florianópolis, the north of the island deserves your attention. This is where infrastructure, tourism and lifestyle come together most strongly. Jurerê International is considered the most prestigious area in southern Brazil. You can think of it like the Hamptons or Cannes, but at a fraction of the price. In 2024, the average price for a 3-bedroom apartment in Jurerê was around $300,000. That's extremely competitive by international standards. Nearby areas like Canasvieiras, Cachoeira de Bom Jesus and Ponta das Canas are following the same trend, but at earlier entry prices. These areas benefit from major infrastructure projects already underway. The Contorno Viário Highway, the expansion of SC 401, and the airport improvements connecting the island more efficiently to the rest of Brazil and the world.
Look, investing in another countries always comes with the questions. Currency, legal process, distance, that's normal. But when you look at Florianópolis, the fundamentals are strong. Limited land, growing population, strong economy, tourism, there are not temporary trends. There are deeply rooted conditions for over 2 decades that shows no signs of slowing down. The investors who made money in Lisbon, Medellin or Tulum entered early, before these cities were in the international radar. Right now, Florianópolis is at that moment. If you want to know more, reach out to us. We work with international investors every day. I am Stan, and this is Florianópolis. See you in the next sunrise.